Hey, hello, how are you? Welcome. Hope you are having a great day. Just a quick video about a recent dyno day at the Carroll Shelby Automotive Institute in Mount Pleasant, which is in the upper east portion of Texas. This dyno event is held twice a year, spring and fall. You might think that only Ford Mustangs would show up at the Carroll Shelby Automotive Institute for this dyno day. No, you couldn't be more wrong. All kinds of cars are welcome at this event. I would like to show you a little bit of what happened on the morning of the dyno day, April 2026, like with this beautiful cherry red Mustang 5.0. Later, I will show a little about my visit in October of 2020 when I still had my 2005 C6 Corvette 550 plus horsepower that I dynoed at the event. It was really fun. During this most recent visit to the dyno day, it was cold and very rainy, meaning that the turnout to the event was not very good. All the rain initially caused problems for getting good dyno pulls, slippery tires, electronics faltering, grass that looked like spaghetti. Man, it seemed very painful at first. The school's team muscled through and produced a good procedure that really cleaned up the tires of the cars and made everything work fairly well for the most part, and got the cars in and out much quicker. Just for a quick bit of fun, before getting into the dynos that occurred, I took a quick look around at some of the cars throughout the shop. I thought it was pretty cool seeing a VW Bug and a Triumph in this one classroom. I walked the garage and ran across these two Mustangs that were in the middle of restoration, as well as a couple of other cars. Up front by the dyno was this cool number 17 Mustang belonging to the school itself, I believe. Very racy indeed. Cool car. And of course, the GT350 belonging to the school that's been there for a very long time. Good looking. I really like that front fascia and hood very much. And of course, they also had their work truck, I believe, an F-150 school truck. Now, a little bit about the dynoing process and how the dyno was set up. Each car would begin the process by entering a bay for a full inspection. Students would peek under the hood for any leaking and obvious issues, then a good underneath look, leaks, loose parts, tire wear, and so forth. Multiple eyes used for safety assurance. Here's the dyno setup, basically speaking, an in-ground dyno, a chassis dynamometer, a roller dyno. I understand that it might specifically be a DynoJet Research Chassis Dyno Model 424 LC2. Since it was cold and the pulls were short-lived, the fan up front was not needed at all. And of course, the cars were ratchet strapped down to the dyno, 4 straps in the back and 2 up front. The 4 straps in the back were used to prevent forward and side-to-side movement, Plus, they had the front wheel chocked in front of it and behind it. Once the car was strapped in well and the electronics hooked up, a short test pull was performed to verify the car is honestly secured and at a good angle, and that the computer was going to give a good reading. There really seemed to be some complications at first. The rain required that they adapt to all this moisture on the drum and on the tires. So they used a towel to wipe down the rear tires, and then they also used an air hose to try to blow off as much moisture on the tires as possible. And before doing a pull, they would do like a test pull or let it run for a little bit and try to get those tires dried off a little bit more. This process was a real challenge at first, but after the first one or two cars, they began really getting this under control. It also appeared like the software was having some problems, perhaps due to the moisture. It took a long time for the software to apparently cooperate. The first car, a 1965 Mustang, finally did well, but about 2 hours later, the BMW 335i had an absolutely wicked graph. I never thought I would see a graph quite as strange as that. Overall, good pulls with good graphs did prevail. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I also really seriously appreciate you subscribing down below and hitting that like button. And maybe in terms of those weird graphs, give me a comment. Tell me what you think about all of that. So again, I thank you very much. Please relax. Take it easy. Be a motoring fanatic on your Road Odyssey, and I will see you later. Bye.